Jets select Sauce Gardner.
Sauce Gardner is a New York Jet!
Swaggy Sauce Gardner.
I love Sauce. I love his tape. I love his press technique. I love his confidence. He has everything you want to see in the position. And I think Robert Saleh in this scheme is perfect. It's a hand-in-glove fit for him, man.
Garrett Wilson.
It's Garrett Wilson! The New York Jets have just got two big-time playmakers!
I believe that Garrett Wilson is going to be the most impactful rookie receiver in this class. And I think we see Zach Wilson play like he did the last 6 games of the year, times 10, and have a phenomenal second season.
Wow, you think? Yeah! Yeah! Let's Jermaine Johnson!
Breece Hall, running back, Iowa State.
Breece Hall, oh my God, they got him! They went offense. They went with the best running back in the draft. Jeremy Rucker, oh my God! The Long Island native is a New York Jet!
J-E-T-S, Jet.
Let's go! Yo, what is good, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Richie, and we got Jack in the house previewing the Patriots and New York Jets game. Oh man, we got a lot to talk about.
Crazy times.
Listen, man, it's been Patriots week since we beat the Bills. So they had a bye. We've been talking about the Patriots for a while, but in this episode, we're gonna break down the keys to victory, some players that are X factors for the Jets to win, and what the game plan needs to be for the New York Jets coaching staff to beat the New England Patriots. Because you guys know what's at stake here. We already talked about it. A win gives the Jets first place in the AFC East, and a loss brings us out of the playoffs and last in the division. There's never been a game that's more meaningful if the Jets control their own destiny right now. If they lose this game, then all of a sudden they're not going to be able to control their own destiny, because then we're really going to have to start rooting against other teams around the league. So, Jack, how you doing today, my friend? We're 3 days away from Jets Patriots. And how does that make you feel?
I'm doing well. I'm very nervous, man. I think Patriots fans are very nervous as well, though. And I think that, this is without a doubt the biggest Jets regular season game in probably over a decade. When you look at how this division is shaking out right now through 10 weeks, it's gnarly, man. It's the most competitive division in football, and it's crazy, man. It's crazy what happens if we win this game, and it's crazy what happens if we lose this game. So this is a game with massive ramifications for the hunt for the AFC East, the hunt for the playoffs, the hunt for those wild card spots. Now that there's 7 teams that make it in, it's it really could every team from the AFC East could end up making the playoffs. If the season ended right now, that would be the case, actually. Yeah. So it's a crazy time for this division, man. Crazy time for us Jets fans, obviously. But we're the better team, so we're gonna go get it done in Foxboro, and we're gonna come away with the dub, boys and girls.
Oh yeah. Shout out Chris with the $2 donation. Says big fan club in San Diego. Come by anytime, guys. Thank you, Chris.
I love that.
Shout out to Chris representing the Jets over there in San Diego. I've always wanted to go to San Diego. I've been to LA, but never San Diego. I heard it's beautiful. So we appreciate you supporting the Jets all the way on the other side of the country, my friend. But Jack, listen, this game, there's so much at stake, and we talked about it. And listen, you said it. There is no doubt that the Jets are the more talented team. But at the end of the day, it's the Jets and the Patriots. We have not beat them for 13 straight games, and we also have not beat them 13 straight times in Gillette Stadium. So when it comes to this matchup, it's so simple when you break it down in terms of what they need to do to win, right? Especially when you watch that Jets-Patriots game a couple weeks back. Just no self-inflicting wounds, no boneheaded penalties, and win the turnover battle, and you win the game. If those three things are on our side, we win. And I think I would love to see Zach Wilson continue to rip it, because Zach Wilson, outside of his 3 boneheaded throws for the interceptions, had a really good day in the pocket. And that really makes you wonder, are the Jets going to let Zach Wilson rip it, or are they going to continuously abandon him? Because the New England Patriots are second in the NFL against the run, and you know that they're going to stop the run, right? I'm not saying we're not going to be able to run at all, but we're not going to be able to run it 7 times on a drive. So Zach is going to have to pass the ball in this game, and we all understand that. So what's your confidence level in Zach Wilson? Because if there was ever a game that we need Zach Wilson to be the reason why we win, it's this one right here.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna keep it real on here. I wish my confidence was a smidge higher, but the one thing I will say about Zach Wilson is that he doesn't seem to give a shit about any of the haters, any of the trolls, any of the media members that still have bad things to say about the Jets, even as they're flipping the script right in front of their eyes. So Zach Wilson is definitely resilient. I think he has a good head on his shoulders in terms of being able to play quarterback in this New York market, which I'm overhearing about as well. By the way, give me a break with the New York market nonsense. I don't care. I really don't care that this is New York and it needs to be better. It's New York. Shut up, man. Shut the hell up with that stuff, for real. But my confidence level, is not sky high, but I definitely think Zach Wilson. I mean, we just saw him, play a great game and beat the Buffalo Bills and do everything he had to do to win that game. So I think with the added benefit of the bye week, I think I'm definitely confident that Zach Wilson has the abilities to go out there and get this done. And ideally, this isn't going to be a game where we're going to have to ask Zach Wilson to go out and win it for us by himself. That's what the last game kind of turned into with the, abandoning of the run and the 40+ passing attempts. Let's play winning Jets football like we've played it all year. Let's stick to the game plan of running the ball, making throws when we have to, special teams and defense, and we should win, man. I don't think this should turn into a game where we're going to need Zach Wilson to throw for 355 yards and 2 touchdowns. I would love it. We would all absolutely love it, but this shouldn't have to become that game. We are the better team. We should be able to control the football. And I actually have a question for you, Rich. Would you rather the Jets, if we win the coin toss, do you want the ball at half, or do you want to give Zach Wilson the opportunity to shake it off and go out there and score points on the first drive of the game? Because I don't know where I stand on that.
I want the ball at half because you saw in that Bills game what happened when we got the ball at half. They were able to, close the deal at the end of the second quarter, and then we got the ball to start off the half, and Josh Allen did not get on the field for like an hour of real time because we controlled the ball at the end of the second quarter. We put points up, and then the Jets got the ball, and they were running the ball. They were establishing the run game. They were milking the clock. And the first time Josh Allen got the ball in the second half was like 7 minutes into the third quarter. And then when he did get the ball, that was after the Jets turned it over, and then he threw a pick to Sauce, and then we got a touchdown. So the game plan is kind of different when you're versing Josh Allen and Mac Jones, because the Jets' game plan in that game was like, we need to control the clock. We need Josh Allen on the sidelines as much as possible. So let's just milk this clock and let's keep him on the sideline. So I'm all about deferring. I trust the defense to go out there and get a stop on the first possession. And the advantage of having an opportunity to lap a team. And you also remember the Patriots game. The Patriots got the ball at half, and they came out of the gate at halftime and just went down our throats on the first drive in that third quarter and scored their only touchdown of the game. So I'm all for deferring and allowing the defense to go out there, get a 3-and-out, and get the ball at half.
Well, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it from the man himself. I love it. I'm convinced now. I was not sure, just because I heard them talking about that on WFAN this week. And it was, an interesting discussion. I feel like, at least I can definitely see the argument why you would want Zach to just be able to go out there, shake it off, and score a touchdown on the first drive of the game. But then, of course, if you look at the evidence from the Bills game last week and the evidence from the Patriots game before that, it definitely looks like we should probably be deferring and let the best defense in the league go out there and handle business on the first drive.
And that's what this game is going to be about, man. The Jets are one of the best defenses in the NFL. So are the Patriots, man. The Patriots are red hot defensively. Matthew Judon is the best pass rusher in the NFL. He has 11.5 sacks to lead the league. They got a young secondary that's upcoming, right? I like the Jets defense better than the Patriots, but at the end of the day, we cannot sleep on that defense because they're a turnover machine. They force turnovers. They score touchdowns on defense, and that's really going to be the biggest X factor for me heading into this game. Which defense makes the more plays, which quarterback protects the ball more, and win the turnover battle, man. So, guys, if you're enjoying the show, we're just getting started here on the Jets Media Flight Preview on the channel. If you guys can do me a gigantic favor, smash that like button. We got 50 people watching with 16 likes. So, please, if you're enjoying the show, do us a gigantic favor and hit that like button. Now, we're going to get into PrizePicks because I want to make some money with you guys. PrizePicks is offering a deal, as you guys are well aware by now, that if you sign up today using my promo code JETSMedia, they will match 100% of your deposit up to $100. You put $50 down, they give you $50 of free bets, so that means you get $100 of total bets. Or you put $10 and you get $10 of free bets to give you $20. $100 gives you $100 free dollars. So I want to go into PrizePicks and try to get a parlay going for this game. Now, you see the projected totals that they have for Zach Wilson, Michael Carter, Garrett Wilson, and the Jets defense. So I want the chat to be very interactive with this, and we can all figure out what's going to happen. They also added a 6-leg parlay, and if you hit all 6 of them, you win 25 times your money. Crazy stuff. So Zach Wilson's passing yards is at 192. Now, the funny thing is, when Zach Wilson wins, he's not really passing the ball a lot, right? Here's the last 5 games. So he went over 192 2 out of the last 5 games. This game was against the Patriots, 355 yards. But against the Bills, where we won, it was 154. Now, the only reason why I like the over on this, Jack, is because the Patriots are so good against the run to the point where Zach's going to have to throw. And that's not abandoning the run. I don't think it's going to become a mess like it was against the Patriots last time. But Zach is going to have to throw the ball if we're going to win this game because I like our running attack. I like our offensive line. I like our running backs. But I just don't think that we can control the ball as much as we'd like and not as much as we used to against the stout Patriots running defense. So I feel like Zach Wilson is going to get over 192 passing yards, in my opinion. And everyone in the chat, what do you guys think about that 192 margin?
Yeah, just real quick, I think I would probably go with the over on that as well. He had far more than that in the last game. Obviously, it didn't turn out how he wanted it to. But we're just strictly talking about passing yards here, guys. We're not talking about winning or losing the game. So I think the over is probably the safer bet. But, you know, you never know. You never know.
If he gets under and we lose, I'm not complaining. I mean, sorry. If he gets the under and we win, I'm not complaining.
Exactly. I was just going to say that. And, you know, the record reflects that if the Jets are winning, Zach Wilson is not passing for a crazy amount of yards typically. So who knows, man? But I think I like the over on that as well. And I like the over for Carter.
Carter's at 40 rushing yards. He had 76 against the Bills, 26 rushing yards against the Patriots last time. So, listen, if we think Zach is going to have a good day through the air, I mean, 40 is pretty low. I think Carter can get over. But we also have Robinson who's getting going. And I don't know. It's a really touchy subject. Garrett Wilson is an easy over. You look at the last 2 games, he's red hot, and Zach Wilson's finding him. So that's an easy over. But Carter is a tough one for me because I want to bet the over. I want him to get over 40 yards because that means it's a good thing, right? We want him to get it, but we're making money here. We want to make some money. And it's hard for me as a Jets fan to just say, yeah, guys, bet the over on everything. Like, I want it to happen, but I also want to make some money. So it pains me to bet the under on this. But if you look at the stats, I mean, Michael Carter, these are the 2 games without Breece Hall, right? The first game without Breece Hall against the Patriots was 26 yards. And the second game without Breece Hall was 76 yards against the Bills. The Patriots are one of the best teams against the run. And we also have James Robinson to talk about. So do you have confidence in Carter getting 41 rushing yards, Jack, or more?
Honestly, I do. I really do. I think that, you know, all of these can hit. I'd like us to get at least 100 yards on the ground between Michael Carter and James Robinson for sure. And, you know, I think that can combined with over 192 for Zach Wilson. Just because it's over 192 doesn't mean it has to be 300. It could be, 197, and we get, 45 yards from Michael Carter. And I think that's, 100% a possibility. And I think it's a likely possibility, honestly.
And then the last leg is the Jets defense, 2.5 sacks. The Jets had their most sacks of the season against the Patriots with 6. So I think this is a lock, to be honest. They are red hot as a defense.
It better hit. That over better hit. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, man, they had 6 sacks against the Patriots. They had 5 sacks against the Bills. So their defensive line is here.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
So
I love that.
I guess we're taking the over on everything, guys, and we'll see if this works. Now let's see the Patriots take it. So the Patriots sack numbers at 3. Mac Jones is at 200. Stevenson's at 65. Jacoby Myers is at 50. So do we think the Patriots are they're going to sack Zach Wilson more than 3 times?
What was the number last time?
I don't think it was a lot because the Patriots Zach was running away from the blitz and would throw interceptions.
Yeah.
Because Zach doesn't really get doesn't get sacked a lot, because when he does get pressured, he runs around a lot and avoids the sacks. It doesn't always turn into a positive play, because sometimes he throws it for interception, sometimes he throws it out of bounds.
Mm-hmm.
But
and this isn't even us being biased Jets fans here, guys. This just shows you the difference between 2.5 and 3. I feel like if it was Pat's 2.5 sacks, I would probably feel more comfortable taking it. But the fact that it's 3 and not that 2.5 means that they need over 3 sacks. So they need
had 2 sacks against the Jets.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. I mean, obviously Judon's been on a tear. We got to watch out for this.
They had 9 sacks against the Colts. 9.
That's the sorry ass Colts, though, man. The Jets are here. The Jets are here. Like the Colts offensive line. If you look
at the numbers, let's just break down the Patriots defense as a team. I'm going to start from week 1. 3 sacks, 3 sacks, 4 sacks, 1 sack, 2 sacks, 4, 2 against the Jets, and then 9 against the Colts. So, they went 3 or less. Like, I don't know. This is a very tricky subject.
I think the way our offensive line has been playing, combined with
Zach's coming back.
Yeah, exactly. Combined with Zach's natural escapability that we've been seeing. I don't know, man. I don't know. I really don't know with this one. I'm probably going to take the under. And I know a lot of people out there are going to think we're crazy for that. But I might take the under, dude. I don't know if they're going to get
against the Patriots, if Zach Wilson throws the ball 41 times and gets sacked twice, that tells you something. So shout out to Ken. Love your content, Richie. Dolphins still own the AFC, but all love. Like and donate to the channel, everyone. Thank you so much, Ken. We appreciate that. I love seeing some Dolphins fans come on here and show some love to Jets community. It really means a lot to the channel, my friend. Thank you so much, Ken. Good luck to your Dolphins this bye week. Hopefully they don't go to Cabo and break their hand like the Giants. Just joking. So, all right, we're going to take the under on the Patriots sack total. And Mac Jones against the Jets. Oh, yikes. Mac Jones, the last 3 games, is under on 200 yards. 194 against the Jets. Do we think Mac Jones is going to torch us? Because I don't. I think, if anything, take the over on Stevenson and the under on Mac Jones. That's what I would do.
I kind of agree, to be honest with you.
But this, unfortunately, this looks like the most biased parlay of all time.
I know, but I mean, this isn't an NFL channel. This is a Jets channel. We're allowed to think our team is going to be better.
All right, let's put our money where our mouth is, baby. So,
and here, how about this, dude? How about the under on Mac Jones and on Stevenson?
Well, you have to pick 2 because it's 6 max. So
Okay.
So should we take the sack total away? I mean,
I just think that with what we saw last time, and obviously we're going against the best game planner of all time in Bill Belichick, but I think with what we saw last time, I think, we've seen this team make adjustments this year. And I think that we kind of, identified the kryptonite of the last game, which was, obviously self-inflicted wounds and Ramondre Stevenson. So I think if we take Ramondre Stevenson out of the equation, Mac Jones doesn't need anyone's help to pass for under 200 yards. So I don't know, man. I don't know. because that sack total kind of bugs me out a little bit. I don't know. That's
I'd
a
honestly
weird number.
take away the sack total and probably take the over on Stevenson because they're going to run the ball. He only had 60 yards against the Colts and only 71 against the Jets, but Stevenson's their bell cow. Harris is banged up, and I feel like he's their whole offense, and they're going to try to run the ball a lot. So I think I'm going to take over on Stevenson and less on Mac Jones. Why did it shrink to
I can agree with you, brother.
Hold on 1 second. Why did that change?
We're shutting it down, though.
Now, for some reason, it's 25 times if 6 correct on the sacks, but if you change it to Stevenson, oh no, we're good.
That flex play, baby.
It changes. It's weird. Look, if you take the less on Stevenson, it goes, you win 25 times your odds, but if you take the more on Stevenson, it's 20 times.
Oh, that's interesting, man. So it's like a really very customizable, it looks like.
So we're going to abandon Stevenson, and we're going to double down on the Patriots. Let's freaking go. I don't give a damn anymore. We're winning this bet.
Let's go, baby. Come on. Come on.
I have $137.20. So am I putting $37.20 on here to win $930?
I think so.
Let's go!
Drinks on Richie if this bet's hit, guys.
Oh, man. Cannot combine defensive players with opposing offensive players.
Very interesting.
All right. They're really messing me up here.
So we gotta either maybe let's leave Stevenson out and let's slam the under on Jacoby Myers.
I mean, he had 60 against the Jets last time. He's their number one option. Devontae Parker's hurt. And we're going to slam the under on that bum ass. Oh, what the hell? Oh, so we can't do the Jets defense against the... You fuckers. All right, we'll take away the Jets. Just let me win my money because they know it's going to hit. They're like, no, actually.
Yeah, he did get 60 yards last time he was on the Jets. And we're going to slam the under on his bum ass.
All right, well, you guys know the drill. We placed a bet, and we're going to make some money. We're also going to place another bet before the stream on Sunday morning and really talk about it all. So, guys, if you want to join PrizePicks, click the link down below in the description to join today using promo code JetsMedia. And this is going to be a very, very good game. So we have some reinforcements on the way back, Jack. Corey Davis could be returning. It's up in the air. He's questionable. Max Mitchell could be returning. He's up in the air. He's back to practice. So what's your thoughts of Corey Davis returning? And I highly recommend anybody, if you did not watch this, including you, Jack, the Jets podcast with Eric Allen. He had Garrett Wilson on as a guest, and it was really cool. Just Garrett Wilson and Eric Allen chopping it up for a half hour. Really cool stuff. Garrett Wilson, just a great person to listen to talk. He's just a humble guy, whatever. And Eric Allen asked him about his relationship with Elijah Moore and Corey Davis, and he spoke so highly of Corey Davis and how much he means to this team, and like he's the guy that everyone looks up to in that room, and Corey Davis is the guy that Garrett Wilson looks up to. He's the veteran. He's the veteran in the film room. When he's on the field, he's riling everybody up. Like he's that captain of that wide receiver room. And Garrett Wilson's like, I really hope Corey can play because he unlocks another level in me. He gives me a lot of confidence in myself. So what's your thoughts of Corey Davis potentially returning? Because we know that that's Zach Wilson's security blanket. But at the same time, without Corey Davis in the last two games, Garrett Wilson's having his best performance of his life as the number one receiver. And also, Robert Saleh mentioned that the Jets will be utilizing Elijah Moore in the slot a little more to make sure that he gets involved in the offense. So what's your expectations from the Jets receivers heading into this game? And also, you got to bring up Denzel Mims, because we heard apparently that even when Corey Davis returns, that Denzel Mims will still be active. I don't know if that's actually going to happen, because it's like, how are they going to maneuver all these weapons? Good problem to have. But what's your expectations with these receivers heading into this game if Corey Davis is healthy?
I was just gonna say, man, it's a good problem to have. But at the same time, I want to win the game. So I expect these receivers to do their jobs and catch the ball when it's thrown to them. But I don't care how we win the game. If this is going to be another run-heavy defensive game and we win, I'm here for it. If the receivers explode and, Garrett Wilson gets, a touchdown and 150 yards and Corey Davis gets a touchdown and 65 yards and Elijah Moore gets some catches and some yards after the catch, I'm here for it. I love it. I love it all. But it's really a tough question, what do you expect from these receivers? Because we're winning games without, the passing game being the main factor. Obviously, Garrett Wilson and Corey Davis have made some huge individual plays for us this season. But the wide receiving core hasn't really been the main story as a lot of us thought it would be before we were going into the season. And that's not a bad thing. I'm not complaining about that. It's just really tough to gauge what to expect from these guys when the winning formula has been, without them featured as prominently in the offense as a lot of us thought. So I really don't know how to answer your question, honestly, man. I expect Garrett Wilson to still be the number one guy. I expect Corey Davis to continue to be Mr. Clutch like he has been. I think we'll be seeing more of the same. It would be a nice thing if we saw a little bit more of Elijah Moore, obviously. I think that's, I don't really know what's going on at that point. I think it's, for a team that's made a lot of moves in the right direction, I think it's kind of a head scratcher as to what the hell they're doing with Elijah Moore and why they're not making more of an effort to get him the ball. Because we're smarter than that. So I would definitely like to see Elijah Moore get involved more. But I really don't know, man. Like you said, like we say all the time, I'm not going to complain about a win. So if this is another, ground and pound, play defense, smash mouth type of game and we win, I'm all here for it, man. So it's tough to gauge these wide receivers week in and week out.
Shout out to JB from Canada. I'm going to the game from Nova Scotia, Canada, baby. We love to hear that, JB. We appreciate the donation and support Gangrene and Foxboro for us. And Jack, another aspect to the Jets wide receiver room that is so underrated that does not show up on the box score is their blocking. I mean, especially Denzel Mims and Corey Davis. Those are the two keys of the run game. You watch Denzel Mims blocking. It's sensational. I mean, he opened up Breece Hall on that 62-yard touchdown against Denver. Those running plays late in the game against the Buffalo Bills, Denzel Mims was just bodying people in the run game. Corey Davis is another excellent run blocker. And in this system, it's the same thing with San Francisco. You need to have wide receivers that can block. And it's really great that we have wide receivers that can block because that's a big part to this offense. So it's really, really awesome to see that we have willing blockers as wide receivers, not to mention tight ends that are blocking, running backs that are blocking, helping out Zach Wilson in the past game. So we all know what's at stake with this game in terms of the offense, in terms of protecting Zach, and this offensive line is probably going to be the biggest, thing that we're going to be questioning in terms of if they're going to be able to bounce back or not. So Jack, I know you have to go very shortly. So do you have anything else to say before you head out about this game? Because
oh man,
it's like it's coming and we know what's at stake. And it's at the end of the day, if the Jets win this game, oh my, 7-3.
I mean, like I said at the very beginning of the stream, ladies and gentlemen, and we've said this for the past couple weeks now, but that's just how competitive the AFC East now is. This is the most important regular season game that the Jets have had probably since 2010, because 2015 we were on borrowed time with a bunch of aging vets. And now we have a team that's set up to be successful for the long term in the future. With, the majority of our key pieces being these young players. So this is different, man. This is an opportunity to make a real statement, not only by beating the New England Patriots, but by being first in the AFC East in week 11. You kidding me? I mean, it's unbelievable the turnaround that we've seen this organization take within the last year. So I think we got to go out there and play our brand of football. We have to be smart with the football. Number one, we have to stick to the game plan of running the football, being dominant on defense.
Players that needs to be on their A game, like a couple of them on all phases of the ball.
Honestly, the first one that just popped into my mind right away was Braden Mann. Braden Mann needs to be on his A game 100%. No getting the
And
ball
Zerline.
at the 40-yard line.
We have to hit all of our
for the
field goals as
Patriots.
well. So Zerline, who's
Absolutely.
been
So
good this year, but we
our
need you to hit all your field.
our kicking specialists, Braden Mann and Greg Zerline, we need those guys to be on our A game. The entire offensive line, we're not sure exactly how it's going to look. Max Mitchell potentially making the return. Is that confirmed yet? Do we know, Rich?
No, he's returned to practice, so he has 21 days to be activated.
Be activated. Okay.
So he could be playing, it could not be.
Yeah, I think that the offensive line is definitely an X factor in this game. We need a clean pocket for Zach Wilson, and in terms of them being able to effectively block for the running attack as well. So defensively, I think this is going to be a big game for the front seven. Those four guys up front, and then Quan, Quincy, and CJ.
Yeah, stop the run.
I think it's going to be a huge game for those guys. Like I said in yesterday's stream or whenever that was, the Patriots don't have a single pass catcher that scares me. But we know they like to run the ball. And I think this is going to be a massive game for that front seven. So I'll throw Big Q in as an X factor, CJ Mosley in as an X factor. A guy like Bryce Huff, who's going to be coming onto the field in critical pass rushing situations, and he's been taking advantage of a vast majority of his snaps. So guys like that, I think, are really going to be the difference maker in this game. Can we make the big play on defense? Can we get a defensive or special teams touchdown? I feel like if that happens, we win the game. And I know that's asking a lot, but can we make a big play, a scoring play on defense or special teams? I think that wins us the game. It's gonna be a dogfight, guys. It's gonna be an absolute dogfight. The Patriots are not gonna respect us until we beat them, and they shouldn't respect us until we beat them. It's up to us now to make a statement and not only beat the evil empire, beat Emperor Palpatine, but take first place in the AFC East and get respect from the entire NFL. Biggest game since I was 12 years old, man. I mean, for real. So it's, I already have a fucking knot in my stomach, as I'm sure all you guys do. But yeah, man, final score prediction, 24-21 Jets. It's going to be a dogfight, and we're going to win that dogfight. They're going to have a chance to score. Our defense is not going to let it happen, just like it went down against the Buffalo Bills. And I'm excited, man. I'm nervous, but I'm excited. Let's go. Jets, Jets. I'm out of here, man. I love you guys. Richie, I'll see you later, my man. Thanks for having me on, as always.
Always, my friend. Thank you for coming on. Love your takes, and let's go get this dub, baby. Let's get it, baby. I'll talk to you later, bro.
Peace.
Peace out. All right. That is our guy, Jack, helping us out here. So, listen, man. There's so much to break down, and I want to hear from you guys right now in the live chat. Please do me a favor and let me know in the live chat your biggest thoughts of this game heading in. Let me know your thoughts of this game in the live chat right now. Who are some X factors? Who are some players that needs to step up in order to win? For me, it comes down to the fundamentals. It comes down to no self-inflicting wounds. It comes down to winning in the trenches. It comes down to winning the turnover battle, winning the clock. I mean, all those things are obviously winning formulas, but when you're versing a team like the Patriots, it's magnified because they are a team that just exploits your weaknesses. Bill Belichick is a coach that's going to look at this Jets team and knows exactly where our weak point is, and he's going to make us beat them with our weak link. And that's where Zach Wilson needs to step up, because the Patriots are going to look at Zach Wilson as the weak link of this team. And it's up to Zach Wilson to be able to not make those boneheaded mistakes. Now, I want to talk about something real quick, because the Jets are coming out with an episode of One Jets Drive tonight, and it's going to be all about Jermaine Johnson. And they posted a little snippet of it, and I am so impressed and so mind blown about it, because they show clips of their off-season meetings, their draft meetings, and defensive line coach White Cotton said when he was talking about Jermaine Johnson, he said, the reason why I want us to draft Jermaine Johnson is because he will help us defeat Josh Allen. He will contain the edge. He has the speed. He has the athleticism to bring down Josh Allen when he's trying to scramble. And what happened the first time that the Jets versus the Bills? Jermaine Johnson sacks Josh Allen for the play of the damn game. One of the biggest plays of the game. And there's a lot of big plays, right? I just thought that's awesome that the Jets wanted Jermaine Johnson. And one of the biggest reasons why they wanted him was because we need a guy to be fast and quick on the edge to be able to contain Josh Allen. And he did that in the first game against him. That's some like crazy stuff. That's like awesome. I mean, when you're a Jets organization, and when he made that play, the Jets coaching staff on the sideline, they're like, yep, that is what we were talking about. That is why we got Jermaine Johnson. That is exactly why we traded up to get that man. Like, that is so cool. Like, I love those things when you get behind the scenes and you get to see in the meeting rooms why the Jets want a certain player, and then it comes through to fruition of exactly why they wanted him. He comes through and makes a play against the player that they wanted for him to contain. That's some, like, next level, like, front office stuff right there. It really is. So stay tuned for One Jets Drive tonight. They're going to be highlighting why the Jets drafted Jermaine Johnson. And I think he's going to be an X factor for the rest of the season in terms of like a breakout candidate. You know, he has 2.5 sacks and he's missed 3.5 games. Jermaine Johnson is setting the edge in the run game. He's pressuring the quarterback. He is looking very good as a rookie, and he's just getting started. Like, I think Jermaine is going to have one of those games, and maybe it's against the Patriots, maybe it's not, but Jermaine Johnson is having a very underrated rookie season because, and I say underrated because we have guys like Sauce who's taking the spotlight away, Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall when he was healthy, even Max Mitchell. Don't sleep on Michael Clemens, who was having a very good season as a rookie in the run game. Very good stuff from the New York Jets rookies all across the board, and Jets fans should be very excited. And that's another thing about this team, bro. Yes, this is a Jets preview about the Patriots, but let's just take a step back and look at the future of this organization. Because what Joe Douglas has done since he's been here is infuse this franchise with young talent that Jets fans can be excited about. And what has Joe Douglas and Robert Saleh preached over and over and over again? They said they want patience because they're trying to build a long-term sustainable winner that is competing for the playoffs year in and year out. And right now, if you look at this team on paper, they have so much youth on this roster under contract for cheap for a long time. For the next 2 to 3 years, we have a window to win with cheap deals. It's going to be very interesting when all these guys are due to be paid, like Garrett and Sauce and even, Zach Wilson. Is he going to get a second contract? There's a lot of things to look forward to in terms of the contracts. But at the end of the day, this team is very fun to watch this season, and we're living in the now. But at the end of the day, the future is going to be even better. And that's my point. Like, imagine what Sauce is going to become in year 3. What Garrett Wilson will be in year 3. What Breece Hall is going to be in year 3. Jermaine Johnson. I mean, bro, we have 4 potential, stars in one draft class. Not to mention the class before that with Elijah Vera Tucker when he comes back. He's all pro. Zach Wilson, if he hits, then that draft class is just a home run. There's just so much young talent. And this Jets team, bro, I've never been more excited about the future of a franchise. And it feels good, man, because I've been covering this team for a while, and I actually got lost in my old videos recently just for fun. I went on my Instagram, and I'm like, let me see what my content like back in the day with the Adam Gase era. And my delivery sucked, and my content sucked because I'm talking about Adam Gase and Le'Veon Bell and Jamal Adams and Sam Darnold. That era, it's so in the past and so disgusting. It's like, wow, I've come a long way. So have the Jets, right? But let's get back to the topic at hand, which is the New England Patriots. I want this game to be the one that we go out there, and it's hard for me to say this with confidence, but I want to dominate them so freaking bad, bro. So bad. I want to run up the score in Foxboro so bad. But we just have to win the game. I don't give a crap if we win by 1 point off a last-second field goal. We need to win this game. And the way we win the game is Zach Wilson not turning the ball over. If Zach Wilson turns the ball over multiple times, we lose. we lose. Unless the Jets defense can bail out Zach and turn over the ball over and match it. That's the only way. So when I'm looking at this matchup with the Patriots and the Jets, I don't think anybody's going to take the Jets seriously unless we can beat this Patriots team. Because if we lose this game, we're back to 6-4. We're out of the playoff race for now, and we're at last in the division. Now, if we lose this game at 6-4, it doesn't mean we're out of the playoffs for good, right? There's still a path to make the playoffs. But winning this game, I saw a stat on Twitter, has the most playoff implications out of any game this week. Any game. There's no game this Sunday that means more to the playoff race in the NFL than this Jets and Patriots game. Holy crap, we need to win this freaking game, guys. We need to win so bad. Like, the story heading into the Patriots and Jets game a couple weeks ago was different. We were coming for revenge. We were on a 4-game win streak. We were riding high, right? But now it feels different because we lost that game. We beat the Bills, which was more impressive than if we beat the Patriots. And now we're all for a bye. We are well rested. And now we have a chance to make a big statement that we can get over the hump. Because this could be a playoff game. The Jets should take this game as a playoff game. Because it technically is. Right? This is a playoff game. Every division game, they should act like it is. Because when you're going up against a team that's beat you 13 straight times, they got to make it personal. They got to make it personal to the point where they cannot allow this team to keep sweeping our asses. I mean, we're 2-1 in the division, which is fantastic. We have 3 more games on the road in the division. Go 2-1 in the division at the back end of the year. And we're 4-2 in the division for the season. And let's start off with a dub here. Right? Let's beat the Patriots. Say we lose against the Bills in Buffalo, and then we beat the Dolphins the last game of the year. That's what I want to see, bro. That's what I want to see, man. That's what I want to see. And I'm not saying I want to lose to the Bills, but, sweeping the AFC East on the road is a lot to ask. I think it's possible. We've shown that we could beat the Bills. We've shown that we could beat the Dolphins, even though they didn't have Tua. I just want to see this team play with violence and play with how awesome would it be if we go to Foxboro and we have one of those wins like we did in Lambeau, where we're just on the field afterwards. Sauce is just looking at the crowd. Oh my gosh, we need that happen so bad, guys. So freaking bad. And I have a lot of confidence, by the way. I have more confidence heading into this game than I did heading into the last Patriots game. Because watching the Jets and the Patriots game over again, which I've done multiple times, it's just the self-inflicting wounds. No roughing the passers. No pre-snap penalties. No turnovers. And the Jets win. We are the more talented team. Look at the first half of that game. We dominated their asses. And then the momentum switched, and the Patriots made their adjustments, and they came out there in the second half, and they dominated us. It was a tale of two halves. We dominated them in the first half. They dominated us in the second half, and they are the ones that won. So we need to be able to play smash mouth football. Win in the damn trenches. On offense and defense. I'm looking at you, defensive line. Because if they can stop... The Jets' defensive game plan should be the same exact game plan that the Patriots' defense is going to do against us. Stop the run, force Mac Jones to throw. I'm not scared of Mac Jones. I'm more intimidated by Stevenson in the run game than I am scared of Mac Jones. And that's a fact, bro. I am not afraid. The Jets' defense needs to improve on third down and get to the quarterback, but first they need to stop the run. Because if you allow 4 to 5 yards per carry against Stevenson, then they're going to win they're going to win the clock. They're going to run the clock out. So the Jets defense has to force turnovers, punch the ball out, force some fumbles. How about we recover fumbles? I am so up in arms about this Jets defense in terms of recovering fumbles. I want to see a stat. How many times have the Jets forced the fumble but not recovered a damn fumble? It's asinine. The amount of times I see the Jets get the ball out and not recover it. They need to do something about that, bro. I know a lot of it has to do with luck, with the ball bouncing your way. But the Jets got to start recovering those fumbles that they're forcing, because they're forcing a bunch, but they're not recovering them. Now, when it comes to the special teams, how are the Jets going to win on special teams with this against this uniquely talented Patriots unit? Braden Mann, Greg Zuerlein, Justin Hardy, Brandon Eccles, Will Parks, Braxton Berrios. We need to win on special teams, bro. If we cannot win on offense, if we cannot win on defense, you got to win on special teams at least, because that will give us a better chance. But what I mean by special teams, it's not only hitting the field goals, it's not only, pinning them deep on the punts, but field position matters, bro. Field position is a big aspect, the reason why we lost that game against the Patriots. Every time Mac Jones started with the ball, he had excellent field position on their own 40-yard line, already in Jets territory. And that's why the Patriots had 5 field goals against us. 5 of them. Because the defense did such a good job, but they stopped them, but they're already in field goal range. Like, they gave up 1 first down, and they're already in field goal range. Like, that can't happen. So the special teams needs to wake up. Braden Mann needs to punt them deep. Touchbacks. Pin them in their own 10. The punt coverage. Do not allow the Patriots to return. Right? No penalties on special teams. So the Jets really have to make a big time win this game, and there's no like sugarcoating how important this game is. There literally is not. You cannot look at a more important game for the season, because if we win this game and we're at 7-3 and then we're home against the Chicago Bears, that's a winnable damn game. We can go to 8-3 and then we're on the road against Minnesota. All right, say we lose that game 8-4 and then we go on the road to Buffalo. Say we beat them again somehow, 9-4, or we lose that game. What are we, 8-5? No, give me 8-5 heading in to the 2-game home sked of the Lions and Jaguars. If we are 8-5, and that means going 2-2 in the next 4 games, 8-5 heading into that Lions game is the key. Because if we can go 8-5 heading into those 2 games, say we beat the Lions, we beat the Jaguars, we're 10-5 heading into Seattle, right? And say we lose against Seattle. We're 10-6. And now the last game of the year comes down to the Miami Dolphins. That could be a game for the division. That could be a game for a wild card spot. And the Jets beat the Dolphins. That gets you to 11-6. That's my path. Beat the Patriots, beat the Bears. You lose to the Vikings, you lose to the Bills. Not saying I want that to happen. Not saying I predict that to happen, but I'm just being a realistic, objectively speaking right now. You beat the Lions, you beat the Jaguars, you lose to the Seahawks, you beat the Dolphins. That is your path to 11 wins right there. 5-3 on your last 8 games, 11 dubs. 11! 6-2, we're talking about 12 wins, and that's an AFC East title. 7-1, 13 wins, that's the first seed in the AFC. Run the table, then you know where we're at. I mean, that's 14 wins. Then that is definitely the first seed in the AFC. So it's up to the Jets to stay healthy. It's up to the Jets to stick to their game plan, stick to their fundamentals. And the biggest thing is the only way we are going to win the division, guys, and this is a fact, Zach Wilson needs to play his best football of his life in the second half of the year. And that is a true statement. We cannot rely so much on Zach Wilson just to be a game manager and handing the ball off and relying on our defense. That's great. It's awesome that he's playing turnover-free football outside of that Patriots game. But if we really want to be a team to be reckoned with in the playoffs and making the playoffs, because that's not guaranteed, Zach Wilson needs to take a step to the point where Jets fans are all comfortable with him. Because right now, they're not all comfortable with him, and I understand why. He's coming off a game with over 100 rating, 72 completion percentage, with a touchdown and no interceptions, but he needs to be able to beat the Patriots. And the Patriots are his kryptonite. He has like 17 career interceptions, and 7 of them are against the Patriots, right? 4 picks last year in 1 game, 3 picks in last game against the Patriots this year. That's 7 picks in 2 games against the Patriots. That's unacceptable. So the Jets have to take care of business, and it's up to Zach Wilson, man. I love how good our team is around him. I love how good our defense is. I love how good our running attack is. I love how good the trenches are. I love how good the special teams is. But if this Jets team really wants to make noise, I'm looking at you, Zach, and I got confidence in you, bro. I actually do. You possess all the qualities in a quarterback that I believe in. So just clean up the boneheaded mistakes. Do not throw the ball up in the air like a moron when you're pressured. Throw it out of bounds. Pick up first downs with your legs. and we will win. All right? Guys, if you enjoyed the show, please do me a favor. Hit that like button, man. I really do appreciate each and every one of you guys tuning into the shows. Jets Media has been very successful as of late. A lot to do with you guys, because without you guys showing love, there's no Jets Media, right? There's no Jets Media. So please, if you did not already, hit that like button, guys. All right, so we're going to be live for the entire game. We're also, guys, I need you to listen up. Jets fans, listen up. Tomorrow night, we'll be live on the AFC East Roundtable. It's going to be me and Jets Talk 24/7 going up against Master at Work and Patriots Global to preview the Jets and the Patriots game. So if anybody are not subscribed to to AFC East Roundtable, that's down below in the description. Subscribe and do that, because we'll be live tomorrow night. Tomorrow night. Oh, breaking news. The Jets are signing Duvernay Tardif. Let's go. That's official. LDT is back, everybody. All right, I'm going to make a video on that right now, actually. So I'm going to go make a video about the Jets signing LDT. The Jets just got a brand new player. Let's go. I'll catch you guys in my video later on. Hit that like button, everybody. Love you guys. I'll see you guys in a couple minutes. Peace. Or should I just go live again and make it a new thing? No, I'll make a video. I never do videos. All right, guys.